Hello everybody, how are we doing today? Let me get that recording stopping. I need to turn that off because it keeps automatically doing it. I keep having like 30-second little clips of me starting and stopping the OBS. It's quite silly. Hello! Hello everybody, how are we all doing today? Welcome back to Hobby Night. Let me know how I'm sounding. We should be good. The microphone should be good. Hopefully I'm not blowing your ears out. Music you should have in the background. That looks good. So actually, I haven't worked on Happy at all yet. Happy and Grumpy are one of these two. I'm assuming, frankly, neither of them look happy, so I'm not sure which one's which, but...
The woman's happy.
Okay, the woman is happy, the boy is grumpy, which makes sense. He's very angrily pointing his finger at you going, "How dare thee!" But the two we have started on are Sleepy, who I did a little bit more work on, as you can tell. I've actually painted more of her outfit. I tried to add a little bit more distinction in her color. I actually just realized that I accidentally gave her a yellow top, an orange waist thing, and then red pants. But you know what? It kind of works.
She's Ronald McDonald?
I don't think Ronald has any orange. He's just red and yellow.
Fair.
So no, she's not Ronald McDonald, but she does have a lovely upside down start of a rainbow on her. But it's all subtle, soft color tones, so I actually think it kind of works really well, and I don't think if I hadn't pointed it out, you may not even have noticed. But hello everybody, it's lovely to see you. I'm really happy, I'm actually really happy with how Doc, that's who this one is, how Doc is turned out. So we have a little bit more work to do on Doc, we have a little bit more work to do on Sleepy. These are loose, what's the word I'm looking for, Chaos Cultist? Loose inspirations? There we go. For these characters. They're not actually meant to be the 7 dwarfs from Snow White. There just happened to be 7 of them. And Chaos Cultist was like, ha ha ha, it's the 7 dwarfs. And so we're loosely basing them off that. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into things today because I am ready. Where is... There it is. It's behind my water bottle. I was like, where is my lovely, handy dandy painting handle? Also, hello to everybody in chat. It is lovely to see you. Havman, Luke, Stacking Limit, Gordon Steele, Craig Taylor. It's lovely to see you all. Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I knocked Doc over. It's lovely to see you guys so active in chat. I love that. I'm so glad you love the channel, Stacking Limit. Thank you so much. I know you've been a supporter for a long time, so thank you very, very much for that. All right, let's go ahead and get to working on Doc. I think I'm just gonna go full white beard on him. Originally, I was thinking of doing a ginger beard on him, but honestly, he's already so colorful because of what I did with his outfit. Maybe I'll do a little bit in like the tips of orange near the end, but I feel like I mostly want him to be a gray beard. Like he feels like he should be. And so that's what I'm going to do. And then for Sleepy here, I've been playing around with her leathers a lot to try to make them different tones, hence why there's the orange, the yellow, and the red, honestly. We also got a fair amount of browns. I haven't decided, I think for the knee pads, basically, I think I'm just gonna do them in leather as well. Because I don't see, I have not done much metallic with her except for what's gonna be on her weapons. And so I feel like that maybe, well, you know what? Maybe we'll do them in silver. Ooh, we can do them in the plate mail metal, color. That would be pretty. And I think that would that work with your color tone? Maybe I should just do it in the gold. I'm gonna go with Dragon Bronze. Hello, Star Fury, it's lovely to see you. It's not for everybody, but that's okay. I think this has been sealed accidentally. Okay, yeah, definitely has had some sealing happen. Let's get this out. Can I, whoa.
You okay?
Yeah. All right, well, I got the paint that I needed out. I will unclog that later. It might be unclogged now, but I can't actually tell. Oh, that pin does not want to go in there. Okay, yeah, I think there's something clogging that, but I got, oh my gosh, I actually spilt it a fair amount of, like I splattered it a little all over this.
What did you splatter it on?
Just another paint pot. Not one of the miniatures or anything, nothing vital. A little bit on my arm.
Do you need help?
No.
Okay. You poor thing.
No, we're good. We're good. Just my paints are fighting me today. It's fine. I will beat them into submit. No.
Hey, whatever you like, dear.
Yay! Full freedom to submit
What?
the paints to me.
Subdue.
Subdue the paints to me.
Subjugate.
Subjugate. There we go. That's better. I mean, that is unfortunate but not unexpected about GW raising their prices. I mean, the problem is like, especially depending on where you are, it may not even just be GW, it could just be because of tariffs and stuff. If you want to know about my VIP and free pages, free is pay-per-view and VIP is monthly subscription. That's basically the way that it works. So there is very rarely anything that you pay for separately on the VIP page outside of the subscription. The subscription basically covers everything. The free page, however, there is no subscription, so the spicy content is pay-per-view. So depending on what your preference is of how to get things, that could determine which one you want to join. They also do get different things. While free occasionally will see the videos after they've already come out on VIP, they don't actually overlap the content much, and I do that intentionally. So, I mean, most people who are on VIP join free because I still share stuff there and it's free. So you only have to buy what you really want to. VIP, however, you get specific things. And you can check that out, and if you want more details, you can message me directly.
There's one exclusive video a month to VIP that comes automatically.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know, Star Fury. They just want to suck all of our money away. Games Workshop does. Especially with that new season of Blood Bowl. Oh, I'm so excited. I hadn't realized, Chaos Cultist and I were talking about this earlier, I hadn't realized that the Chaos Orbs hadn't released yet.
That's weird because they announced them the same time the Total War update for them happened.
Right, that's why I thought they had already come out. Like, I knew they hadn't come out like on top of the announcement, of course, because GW never does like, haha, it's out now. Because they always want you to pre-order that shit. So like, I wasn't surprised that it wasn't out like immediately, but I was surprised that it took it as like that it hasn't come out yet. Because I would have thought they would have tried to get it out closer to the release of the Total War stuff, just because that seems smart. But who am I to know? Who am I to say what is smart? Ooh, I'm excited to hear what your thoughts are on the new video then after you've watched it. That'll be exciting. No, I love the VIP page. You guys are so active, and honestly, do you want another good way to just be able to show me your miniatures all of the time and just have me privately squee about them all? That's the best way to do it. Messages are always open on VIP, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate those of you that send me pictures of your miniatures via that. Like, it's just so fun to see what you guys are working on. I absolutely love it. Okay, we've got that taken care of. I think she has a crossbow in her other hand. Or it's an axe? I can't actually tell. Maybe it's another sword? I feel like part of it goes up here though. And she's holding it like really low. There's a gap there. Does she have a gun? I don't know what this dwarf is holding. Well, I guess I'll move on off of her and back to Doc. Apothecary white. Apothecary here. That's so
Apothecary there.
There it is. The new spearhead for the Soul Blight hasn't come out yet either, and they announced it like, wait, what? They announced it 6 or 8 months ago and it still hasn't come out?
I think tariffs got them screwed up.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. And I feel like we haven't had delays like that since, like, honestly, the pandemic. And this is way too small of a brush to be doing this. What am I doing? Oh, also my water is super orange. I'm gonna change that real quick.
Super orange.
Super orange. It's actually, ooh. It's actually like a really...
Is it growing things?
No, it's like a nurgly green. Yeah, that was definitely a nurgly green. If only I was working on my Death Boys. But I'm not. Could just slop that on there as a beautiful wash. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Those skeletons look amazing. Okay, now that we have a clean pot of water, we can actually... Oh my God. Jeez, what is wrong with me today?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just dropped paint. And I think I got... Did I get it on my shirt? Oh, thank goodness. I don't think I got it on my shirt.
Did you get on anything else?
No, nothing, like, not anything vital. It literally, it was my brush, had a little tiny bit of Apothecary White on it, and I dropped it. Okay. Set up the paint agitator. Starfairy, I have one. Listen, there's a reason I shake it by hand for the audience. I promise I'm taking care of my wrists. Think about the other reason why I might be doing that though.
Fitness.
Fitness, exactly. Got to get that workout in. Okay, we got a good foundation starting here. Do I not have any wet? I didn't put any wet paint on the palette. Smart of me.
Do you need paint for the palette?
Nah, I mean, do I really need paint for the palette?
Sort of a Art Nouveau style.
It is, it is. I mean, like, I don't think I really do, actually.
Okay.
Yes, Craig, that's exactly why he's always smiling.
Me?
Yeah, watching me shake the paints.
Yes. I always smile. Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we've got this almost fully dabbed in Apothecary White. It's going to be our lovely gray, white, blue foundation. Make sure to get his incredibly bushy unibrow. Beautiful, frankly. It is so thick. You should. Thick AF indeed. The thickest unibrow I think I've ever seen on a dwarf. And I've seen some pretty thick unibrows on a dwarf. The paint agitator would shake other things too. Fair enough, Star Fairy, fair enough. I'll bring out the agitator next time for you. All right, we gotta let that dry because Apothecary Wet, Apothecary Wet.
Apothecary there.
Apothecary there, Apothecary here, Apothecary everywhere. God, they wish they had apothecaries everywhere. That would probably save them so many Space Marines, but sadly, and Guardsmen, to be fair. I think the Guardsmen have, what is the Guardsmen's medic? Are they just called a medic? They're not called apothecaries?
Field medic.
Oh, okay. So is apothecary only used by the Space Marines then?
Unit-wise, yeah.
Ah.
I'm sure.
Hello, Landon.
In lore, they might have something called apothecary, but
got it.
you know, because it's a thing.
That makes sense. Don't worry about spilling paint. Jackson Pollock made a living out of it. I think Jackson Pollock was a little bit more deliberate with his paint spilling than I'm being.
Or at least was better with his artist statements.
That is very true. Landon, what is your question? Feel free to ask. I, of course, observe the right to refuse to answer the question depending on what it is. But if it is a hobby-related question or something that is like chill, absolutely happy to answer. Do it all of the time. Chat can, in fact, attest to that. All right, I think we need a little bit of a wash on this gold now that it's dried because it is way too bright, shiny. However, I think before I do that, Chaos Cultist, what is she holding? What is she holding in the not dagger hand? Like, is it a crossbow? Is it like an axe? Like, is it a tool?
It is a dagger with a drip of poison on the end.
Dagger with a drip of poison. What? Where are you seeing the drip of poison?
Wait, which weapon are you pointing at?
This thing.
Yeah. There's a drip of poison on the end. On the tip.
Oh, okay. Well, then what is this? Is this just part of her cloak going up? Because it looks like it's a staff or like part of the weapon.
Oh.
right? Like it looks structural.
Yeah, it's
not,
a crossbow.
It's a crossbow? Okay, okay.
Yeah, on second look, because I see the hook at the front, yeah.
Okay, so it's a crossbow. Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I was just trying to figure it out. And I do see where you're getting the drip of poison with the dagger. I see that now, but I'm like, but what is that other thing then? Okay, cool. Crossbow and a dagger. Makes sense, she is a rogue. So let's go ahead and do the crossbows in D&D are mostly wood with like some brat. Like, okay, cool. Cool. Let's get out the wildwood. Oh, sorry. It didn't really need that much shaking, but because it was requested, I can't move it any further, so this is all you get. Still nothing's happening. Nothing's moving from this. The only thing that's moving is the paint. You still can't see it because my desk is blocking it, or my computer's blocking it, so. Okay, first things first. Well, he's drying actually, so we're gonna do her first. I was gonna do Doc first with his barrel, but the Apothecary White's still probably drying. All right, crossbow. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you can see. All right, that's good on that side. Let's get the other side. Maybe a little bit on the bottom, because I think there'd be some wood there, I guess. I don't really know. We'll figure it out. I think that looks good. We'll do the hilt. You know, maybe we should do, still got that gold out. I'm gonna do the hilt of her dagger in this. Man, it is so shiny. So sparkly, such large pieces of mica. What color does this say that it is? Because it says that, like, where was it? Where is the paint pot that exploded on me? Dragon's bronze. Is that bronze? It looks so pale. I didn't realize bronze was so pale. Okay, yeah, a little bit of a better coating on the second round. So we're gonna do that. Oh my gosh, somebody gifted subs. Let me look. Robert, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. John Golden connects. The Brick Bard, Cody Rivera, and Lee Whitehouse. Welcome to the Hobby Night Legion. It's lovely to have you join us. Thank you once again, Robert, for the 5 gifted memberships.
And a reminder.
Oh yes, and as a reminder, anybody who is a YouTube member now has access to the Hobby Night Discord. I managed to get that all set up, so members should gain access to the Discord where you can go and chill and hang out with other Hobby Night YouTube community members and Patreon members. It is a private Discord. It's very friendly. Everybody is super chill over there, and I love getting to see all of your painted miniatures that you share, whether they be works in progress, your finished projects. We talk about music, we talk about pro wrestling, we talk about various other things over there. So if that's something that interests you, YouTube members now get access to that as well. which I'm very excited about. I was very happy to figure out how finally get that to work. So sorry it took me a little while, but it's there now, and everybody who just got a gifted membership from Robert should have access to that. So thank you guys so much. And Robert, thank you again. Once again, my gosh, I'm stumbling all over myself. Thank you once again for the gifted memberships. Ah, so thoughtful. You just thought of a mithril green glass dagger. Ooh, that could be cool, Luke. I don't know if that really fits. Chaos Cultist hasn't told me that any other weapons should be like fancy or unique like that, so I'm going pretty basic because I don't, like, he hasn't told me that they have like magic stuff.
I mean, some of them do, but it's not really
okay.
that important right here.
That's fair. Luke, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Very much appreciate it. Let's see, Stacking Limit. Welcome to the Hobby Night Legion. It's lovely to have you join the YouTube community. You need to build or paint something to share in the Discord. I would love to see that. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. You know, you could share a picture of the cow thing that you want to paint up as well. That totally counts as a project. Like, it doesn't have to be miniature specific. You can show works in progresses on other projects that have nothing to do with miniatures or painting. If you are working on a programming build or something and you built a robot arm, for example, because you needed it for your kit. I'm not referencing this because I built a robot arm myself because I've been doing programming studies. You could share that. Like that's totally what you could do with it. So like it's completely up to you what you share. Any project counts. It could be crochet. It could be you working on your garden. We have a cooking channel in there, so if you are really big into cooking and making meals, you can share those. I love seeing those. I love looking at delicious food. Delicious food that I then want to cry about that I can't put in my mouth because it's however many miles away from me because you guys have made it, but it looks amazing. We also have a pet channel, so I can go like squee about all of your beautiful, fluffy friends. And sometimes scaly friends. Sometimes scaly friends, but mostly fluffy friends. Most of you have fluffy friends, and I love them. I love looking at them. The Discord, I've been trying to be on there more actively, and I love, whenever I go on there and I check on what you guys are doing, one, love to see how much you guys are just like sharing with each other, as well as sharing with me, but also I just love getting to like have a whole bunch of like really cool projects to just browse through. It's so good. All right, we got the gold on there. We need to do a little bit more on the hilt of her dagger. I guess it's the guard, actually, technically. The hilt is the thing below that we painted before. This would definitely be the guard. Oh, it's the pommel? I'm sorry. What is the hilt then?
I think it just counts as the
stick portion?
I'm gonna hold this up. It's just the part you hold.
Okay, so I am calling it.
The entire thing is the hilt.
I see. Okay.
Because yeah, the guard is the top part, the handle is the handle, and then the pommel is the pommel.
The pommel is the round thing at the bottom, right?
Yeah, but the three parts make the hilt.
I understand. Okay, thank you.
Which is connected to the blade via a tang.
Yes. Blacksmithing. It's so cool. Do you guys watch, what is that gentleman's name? The cool British guy that does like all the Damascus steel stuff?
Alex Steele, I think?
Yeah, Alex, I think is his name. But there's
A-L-E-C. Alec.
Yeah, Alex Steele. Yeah, so like, I don't know if you guys watch Alex Steele in his YouTube channel, but like you should. He does some great stuff and it's so fun and I love watching him make Damascus. Oh yes, please do remember to like the video. That is extremely helpful. Can you adjust my camera very slightly? I feel like the top of my head is being slightly cropped and it bothers me.
Oh, really? That's an OBS.
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
You might need to shrink yourself in OBS a little bit. On camera, you're fine.
Okay, I think it was just because of where I'm positioned. It was just slightly off, but it's perfect now. Is it Forged in Fire? Is that what his channel's called?
No.
Okay. Is that a different channel that I need to check out?
Yeah, that's the game show on History Channel.
Oh my gosh.
Name is Alec Steele.
Okay, that's what the channel name
is. Named
Alex Steele.
Alec Steele.
Got it. Okay, cool.
ALEC space.
Yep.
STEELE.
Got it.
Not Alex Steele.
Got it. Alec.
Steele.
I think I've always heard them say it Alex, and I don't think I ever realized that I was pronouncing it wrong.
It was on screen a lot.
I probably just didn't read it well, and that's my bad. But yes, Alec Steele. Fantastic stuff. He is so charming. Go watch his content. Not right now, though. Hang out with me here, and then you go watch his content after. Okay, so gold is done. I feel confident about that. Let's do some of the silvery bits on her so that we can then just do a wash. Because after that, it's a matter of painting her face, her hair, and her cloak. And that's pretty much it. Do I have any steels on the table right now? I do not. I do not. I do not. Do I have any? I do over here. Hello, Tyler. Heidi ho to you. That's so good. Why are you like this? Oh, there it is. Gonna be some more water for that. I've got a nice, just like, basic steel color tone from Vallejo that I'm gonna use. Combat Dealers on History channel is also good. Nice, I don't think I know that one. I've watched Forged in Fire. I just had forgotten the name, but I've definitely watched that one before.
Nothing else, we've seen Charlie do parodies.
That too. That too.
Everyone did parodies of that show at some point or another.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you did. I just noticed there's like a little engraving on her dagger. It kind of looks like a cat. Wonder if that's like the artist's signature or something. They used to do that more. Actually, call out who the artist was and give them credit? Crazy. To be fair, I think Reaper is actually still pretty good about that. GW is horrendous about that. I don't think they publicly announce who makes their modern sculpts at all anymore. Undercoat, dark green, forest green highlights. I definitely am thinking green. That could work. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'll probably Death Guard green, paint it, wash it, and then do a highlight. Okay, we also need a little bit more of this steel color tone. Thought I was done, but I'm not. Sorry, I had something weird on the tip of my brush and I had to remove it. It must go. Tony and Ziva spin-offs have started on Prime, really? Nice. Oh, okay. Going back to our conversation yesterday, speaking of streaming services and shows on them, I watched the next episode of Wednesday. I've gotten to episode 7. I have not watched the final episode yet. I'll probably watch it tonight. I don't know what the fuck was going on in episode 6, but episode 7 was phenomenally better. Like, it was phenomenally better than the last episode that I watched. And I still am not 100% happy with how they're handling redacted, but at least it's better now. And holy hell, I don't know what the fuck was happening with episode 6, but it was just the worst episode of the show so far. And I'm so glad they recovered it. And I'm really hoping that whatever this last episode is good, because we're going back into the plot line that I cared less about. And I'm really hoping they don't ruin it again for me. Oh my God, but I liked episode 7. Episode 7 was good. In 1838, an illegitimate child was born in the workhouse in Wethaven. It was steel-making town, so he was called William Steele. Your ancestor? Nice. Is that actually, like, if that's true, that's both sad, but also kind of very cool. That's where your, like, the origin of your last name came from. So is it one of those things of, like, you got the last name because, much like Jon Snow was a bastard born in the North, he got the Snow last name? Is that the implication? Is it the kind of same concept? What pieces on the crossbow would be metal? I just realized I don't know. Also, there was a portion of this that I didn't actually paint in Wildwood. Terrible of me. So I'm gonna fix that, and then I'm gonna look up what a crossbow looks like, because I don't actually know which portions would be metallic. I know there's some sections I need to make probably be more of a leather, based off of like the wrappings, but the arms. So would it be the like, and by arms, do you mean the portion? That was a great description. I made a noise and made a motion and expected you to defer what I'm, like, to translate what I'm trying to say there. Would that, by the arms, do you mean when you're looking at a crossbow, there's like, I'm guessing they're called the arms. There's those things in the front, that would be the metal part. The stock is wood, and then the rest, okay, that makes sense. So, okay, we're gonna do a close-up on this miniature, because I think I know which portions now need to be metal. Okay, you guys can see that pretty well. I think I need to make this portion right here metal, and then like this little thing that goes up the middle. Like this would still be wood, this part right here, but then this part right here would be metal. They're called limbs, I see. I don't know if they saw that at all.
Oh, no, they didn't. That was for you.
Okay, excellent. You're an archery instructor? Oh, that's cool. What's your favorite type of archery to like instruct on? Because I imagine, or like, I guess by that, I mean, which bow type do you prefer, what is your preference? Because I know there's a bunch of different types of bows, right? There's like composite bows, there's short bows, there's long bows, there's crossbows. I'm sure there's other bows that I don't know the name of.
Tim Tebow.
Sure. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but
Bowflex.
a bowflex. That's not a bow. In the same way for archery. The center of the crossbow is metal and it's under the cloak is hidden. Okay.
David Bowie.
Stop. Stop and just hand me the pen. Normally you teach recurve bare bow. What does bare bow mean? I know what recurve is, but I don't know what a bare bow is.
Well, so that depends. If you're talking about a polar bear, then normally you're talking about something that's for use in Antarctica, right? But if you're talking about like a brown bear, then you're talking about like, you know, a big motherfucker, right? And then if it's a black bear, it's really more of just a big like rat kind of bow.
Are you telling me black bears are rats?
Kinda.
What? Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
In what way? Because they dig through the trash more than any other?
They're kind of like giant raccoons, actually.
Oh, giant raccoons, huh?
They're scavengers, and they fuck with things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They also tend to be cowardly.
Oh. You know, that's fair. Oh, are black bears the ones that you can make yourself look bigger and they'll freak out and go away?
But brown bears will kill you.
Okay, noted.
That's brown bears are grizzly.
A bear bow is just a bow without a sight or extra stabilizers. Oh, okay, cool. That does make sense in context.
So if you put a big, harness on the back of the bear, right? And there's a big ballista in front of you, and you ride it into battle, and the kids let...
It's not bear as in the animal. It's B-A-R-E. It's B-A-R-E.
Stop trying to cancel the old world.
I'm not trying to cancel the old world. You have wrist crossbows? How well do they work? How well do they actually work? Have you shot somebody with them? I would imagine that would hurt a lot, actually. To be shot with a wrist-mounted crossbow.
I mean, I assume being shot with any crossbow would hurt. It being a crossbow.
If it's a Kodiak bear, I'm fucked. Oh no. Are Kodiaks the big brown ones? Wait, I thought Kodiaks were black. I need to look this up now.
No, they are brown.
Oh, they are the brown ones? Okay. Oh yeah, they are the big brown ones. Okay.
Yeah, black bears are big softies.
Aww.
I mean, don't get me wrong, a bear can still fucking kill you, it's a bear. But, they tend to not be nearly as aggressive or anything compared to a brown.
Got it.
They can climb trees, though, which can scare you.
Oh yeah, no, I would be terrified. Imagine it just following me up a tree.
Yeah, that would be bad. The brown ones can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they too big?
Yep.
Ah. So many animal facts I'm learning today.
Things you learn when you grow up in the more, wildernessy parts of America.
Hey, I love that. That's awesome. I will check that out afterwards. Okay, I think. Okay, I think the portion of the crossbow that would be painted metallic is now painted. Thank you for the cool lesson on crossbows and various other bows and that they're called limbs. So with the limb, is that true? Is that just on crossbows or is that true for all bows? Because with the limb
I think they're different.
Of the, if I was holding a bow, a normal bear bow, and it had the curved portions down, right? Would that be the limbs or is that a different name? Same for bows too? Okay, cool. So the grip, where your hand would hold it, is that also just called the grip and then the limbs extend out of that? Is that where if I was looking at a diagram of a bow and they were labeling all the parts, is that what it would show me? I guess maybe this portion would be metal too, actually. I don't know, it looks kind of like a wrap. I can't tell if that's her, it's definitely not her hand. No, that's definitely string, okay. And I do think this might be metal. Because it's a raised part on the stock. Okay, that feels better. I think we just need to paint those other things in like a more of a leather tone. Oh, I know, I couldn't use a longbow. I have not seen the bows on the Mary Rose ship. Are they meant to be, like, are they not? Them being on a ship makes me assume that they're more like a ballista where they're like mounted to the deck or something like that, in the same way the cannons get sort of screwed down. Is it meant to be held by a human? He is currently doing math because he's playing Satisfactory and optimizing it. So he's doing pretty well, Havman. We can get some more.
What?
Havman was asking how you were doing today because
good.
He's good. He doesn't think it gets asked enough, so he wanted to ask. Mary Rose are longbows? Oh, okay. Most modern recurves has what called takedown bows because you can often remove the limbs and the risers. Ah, okay. The handle is called the riser. Okay, so the handle's the riser and that springy part of the bow is the limb. Okay, cool. That actually really clarifies. Thank you, Keldon. I've never done much archery. Like, I think I've done some like, oh, I've been at a Ren Fair and done some, or like when I was a kid, I went to a summer camp and we had like a archery lesson or maybe two or something like that during the camp. But that's like the extent of my archery experience and know-how. But it's always been, and maybe this is just very stereotypical because I'm a chick, I will admit that, like, I know there's a little bit of a stereotype around this, but like I've always thought archery was really cool and I thought it would be very awesome to like learn it, but I was like, what am I gonna use it for? That's the thing that always holds me back because I'm like, well, I know I'm not gonna recreationally go and do this super often. So what's the point? But really, like, I should just like commit and like learn a little bit more in depth. I don't know how that works with like people doing lessons though. Like,
there are archery, like any place that does archery as like a thing would have classes.
Okay, like, and like there's no real commitment to like keep going with them after
you're an adult. It's
I guess that's true. I am an adult.
It's whatever you pay for.
It's true. It's true. Well, it might be something like down the line. Maybe down the line I'll do like a video where I do some like archery lessons and talk about it or something. That could be fun. Because I think it'd be really cool. I had set aside, there he is. We need some wildwood on this boy. Let's not putz around anymore. I mean, we haven't been putzing. We've been having a great conversation. I agree, Craig. It is always good to learn. Not always the best at motivating myself to learn new things, but thankfully Chaos Cultist is really good about doing that, so. But I like really enjoy learning new things. It's one of the reasons I've been doing the programming lessons recently. And after I get a little deeper into that, I'll be going into a little bit of electronics lessons because I want to, oh my gosh, Diesel Gravy, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. 8 months already, I know, crazy, right? Time flies, but it's lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much for the support for 8 months, and I really, really appreciate it. For those of you that are members, don't forget that you do get a monthly, like, I don't know what they call it exactly.
It's a super chat.
Is it a super chat? Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the correct term, which is why
I don't know.
But it's essentially a super chat that you can use. So feel free to use that whenever you want. It highlights it nicely for me, and then I can read it out and call out your name and talk to you directly. It's very lovely. I mean, I do that kind of anyways, but like it's great because then it gets really highlighted. You are supposed to learn something new every day, or at least that's the idea, right? Some people are really anti that, I think. Which is weird to me. I never really quite understood it, but To each their own, I guess. I don't know why I'm being so careful around these bands. I'm literally going to paint them metallic, so it doesn't matter if I cover them in brown. Same thing with the question chat. The spout on a keg, is that normally metal? In like ye olden days?
Yeah, because they gotta stab it in.
Okay.
You can make them out of wood, but metal is fine.
Okay. Robert, thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. Heck yeah, that is awesome. Aw, well, thank you. You're the absolute best, Angela. Robert, I think you are the absolute best. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you so much for being a supporter for as long as you have. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm really, really glad that you've been enjoying the content and you enjoy being here, because that's all I want. I just want you guys to enjoy hanging out with me. This barrel is so handsome. I love this color. Wildwood is such a great color. If you don't own Wildwood as a color and you just want a very, very good dark wood tone that genuinely looks bloody fantastic on everything, then Wildwood is great. Although I say that and then I just completely fucked up my finish. What the hell is happening? Why is it lifting so much? I must have had something on my brush. No.
So sorry.
It's okay. Well, the color is still good. I just messed this up. See if I can dry it. Okay, I think I smoothed it out and then we'll be able to touch some areas up that need it. Why did that happen? I don't know. I don't know, chat. Don't know why it happened. Spigots were often brass. Okay, perfect. It's kind of what I thought. But as somebody who doesn't drink a lot of booze, I wasn't sure. Sorry, I just thought I saw a weird color in my brush and I was like, let's not get that on my barrel. I've already messed it up in other ways. All right, salvaged it. That looks good. Let's go ahead and touch that up a little bit on the bottom here. And then actually on the bottom. These guys would definitely have brass taps. That makes sense. I mean, they are dwarves, right? Like, I think that's inevitable. I shouldn't have asked. It really was a silly question. But you know what? We learned something about kegs that I hadn't previously known. So we're still learning stuff. I'm sorry, I can't actually think now of optimistic educators without thinking about Steve Buscemi and Wednesday. Buscemi, sorry, I said Buscemi, didn't I? Buscemi in Wednesday, like just bro fucking nailed his role, and I.
Oh, dude had fun with that one.
And you could tell, like he was having so much fun with it, and it was perfect, frankly, like just so good. Wait, you can technically store images on birds?
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
Wait, what? What do you mean you can technically store images on birds?
You can like train birds to learn a song, and that song can be decoded as an image.
What? That's wild. That's cool.
You're cool.
You, what the? No, you.
Negative.
Just, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
No, because I'm making spaghetti right now, so.
You're making spaghetti? What the fuck is that? You know what? Fine, fair. That's like the most spaghetti thing I think I've seen you do.
Yeah, it is. I will fix it later. Add it to the list.
I was like, so never?
Hey! Rude.
Not actually true. I'm sure you'll fix it later.
How dare you?
What? I'm being legit. I am being legit. All right, we need to get, while keg dries, wash should be applied. Oh, there definitely was meant to be Futurama vibes with the Christopher Lloyd's role in that. What an ending for him, unfortunately, by the way, right? Like, oh my goodness. I have such mixed feelings about Slurp. And I'm using that name.
We gotta see the final episode.
Yeah, I really need. Okay, here's the thing that I will say.
We finished episode 7.
I told them that actually while you were in the bathroom.
Fine.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just was like, so we've seen episode 7. Loved episode 7. I thought that was a good episode. It recovered from my disappointment of episode 6. My concern is that in episode 8, we're going back to this plot line that I was like, what? Why? Why is this? Why? And I just, the relationship is my issue predominantly.
Everyone gets the Lannister vibes from them.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, there are such Lannister vibes from them, and I'm like, why were these two not just lovers? Like, why were they brother and sister?
Because they can't have lovers in a high school setting.
But you do with literally Morticia Adams and Morticia Frump and Gomez. They were classmates. What are you like? That is not a good excuse in my opinion, because they literally have like the two most romance freaks ever. Like, they can absolutely.
I don't know.
I know. I understand. You're trying. I'm just saying to Netflix, because they're definitely obviously watching this live stream, and all of Netflix is watching it. Yeah, Mr. Netflix is watching this stream right now. I'm just saying to Netflix that it would have been way more believable, this plot line, if they had simply been lovers and not brother and sister.
Yep.
Also, I feel like in this season, like if I had an actual genuine complaint, I feel like in this season, they have weirdly backpedaled and like retconned all of their Hyde lore.
Yeah.
And that actually does bother me. Like, I understand that, like, we weren't, like, you could just argue that, like, oh, well, the lore they're giving now for, like, how the Hydes actually behave is the true Hyde lore, because this whole season especially has been about misconceptions and how we need to look past those and, like, find the real truth and all this. Like, I get that. But, dog, you spent, like, an entire season setting up how scary and like devastating certain things are when it comes to like hides and how these things work, and you have completely undermined all of that. Oh, it probably has like a crazy output for sure, that power core, because it was keeping him alive. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't even mind the Dr. Frankenstein like narrative necessarily. Like, I get what they're doing with Slurp, but like, why did his sister have to be the one he's like, why couldn't it have been his like girlfriend or something? Like, I just feel like it would have been totally fine, especially considering they're literally classmates with Morticia and Gomez, who we've already shown in the series to be.
They're married. I don't know.
I understand. I know. It's just silly. But other than that, like, honestly, I've been enjoying the show. I also love the body swap. The body swap was great.
I mean,
Jenna Ortega fucking destroyed it with that acting. Like, that's what I want my Freaky Friday to be. I don't need the Freaky Friday that just actually came out where it's like 4 of them or whatever. I haven't seen it. I don't want to. I don't
think anyone does.
Especially not my audience. I can't imagine anybody was a fan of the original Freaky Friday necessarily in the in my audience necessarily. Like, I'm sure there might be some of you who are like, yeah, I watched it, it was fine. But I don't know if any of you all are like, oh yeah, Freaky Friday, that brings me back. Cause it was a chick flick. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But I would take a movie of Wednesday Addams and Enid just swapped for like a week. Rainbow Wednesday was awesome. Yes, I completely agree. When I had context of what was happening, because I will admit that like I did not need that prior to understanding the context of what was going on. Yeah, no, you don't. It's a fine film. It has Lindsay Lohan and oh god, really famous actress whose name I'm totally blanking on.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, Jamie Lee Curtis. Thank you. But yeah, so it's Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan in a beautiful mom-daughter comedy, which is probably why a lot of you may or may not have watched it. It was definitely geared towards mothers and their daughters, and not really like dads and their sons, or moms with their sons either. Even it was definitely girl-coded. And they made a sequel because Hollywood's fucking out of ideas, which is stupid. But they're not throwing money at anybody who has actual ideas that aren't just, what if I made a sequel to blah blah blah? You're right, Keldon. That was Freaky Friday. That was the Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis one. You're right, is not the first one. It was one something prior to that, but that is the one that I think people think of when they think of Freaky Friday. Like, I think the Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan one was like the one that really popularized that like concept, I guess, for the modern gen, and that's why. And they brought both of them back in the new one, because it's now like grandma Jamie Lee Curtis mother Lindsay Lohan with daughter, who I don't remember the actress's name because it's a young woman who I have no idea who, I think it's a child. And then there's also child's best friend who was staying over that night.
I don't know.
I don't understand that part. I think, like, I watched the trailer. I've not seen this movie, okay? But the biggest turnoff of this movie was, I'm like, but the whole point of this, that you even state in this trailer as the opening sentence, was that it was family oriented and they were having troubles. So why is the friend brought into this nonsense? I don't understand this. Like, shouldn't it just have been the mother, the grandma, the mother, and the daughter, not the grandma, the mother, the daughter, and the daughter's friend? Why is daughter's friend included in being punished in this? What lesson does she need to learn? Oh man, young Jodie Foster? Wow. Yeah, I never watched the original. I've only seen the Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan one. From, when did that come out? Like the 90s?
I think it was early 2000s.
Was it early 2000s? I don't remember. Like basically 1995 to 2005, I think are the 90s in my head. I think that's what my brain has told me the 90s were, even though that's obviously not true. But that's what, like, that's where my memory is, I think, the strongest. And so it was 2003. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we've got her done. We've not washed the metallics yet. Let's do that. I don't know why I said it so like, but I did. When did the original, you said the original theatrical release was like in the 60s or so? My goodness. I don't think I actually washed this blade at all, which is silly of me, because it definitely needs it. There we go. Okay, she's drying. This is now dry. Let's slap some metallics on there and we can actually start moving on to some of our other dwarves. We need to do their faces still, but... Brass, we said? Okay, I think we're gonna do... Since I went with such a warm wood tone, I'm gonna do... Let's do platinum crown. No, I think that's gonna blend. We'll do curse gold. Oops. Let me switch this. 1976, nice. You know, I actually don't think I've watched that many John Travolta films. Like the only thing I can think of off the top of my head that I know I've seen him in, and I'm hopefully not embarrassing myself with this memory, but like wasn't he in, oh my God, what is the name of that movie? I literally just had it in my brain, and now because I'm trying to say it out loud, I have completely blanked on it.
Is it the one that ends with the word fiction?
Yes, Pulp Fiction. Thank you. Thank you, Pulp Fiction. Like that's literally the only film I can think of that I've seen him in. I know I've surely seen him in other things.
You seen Swordfish?
Yeah, like once. He's in that.
He was the villain in that.
He was the villain in that? Okay. Oh, right, he is in Grease. Of course. That's the main thing he is Grease.
That was his like.
That was his thing, yeah. Okay, thank you. I completely forgot he was in Grease. Even though he's literally the lead like dude in Grease. I just completely was blanking on that. I think that was the thing I was trying to go like, I know there's something really famous that I've seen him in, but what is it? Grease, that would be it. Face Off is so good. I haven't watched it in ages,
oh, yeah.
But I loved Face Off like back in the day. Wait, was he on Face Off? Was he one of the judges?
No, they're talking about the movie Face Off here.
Oh!
When they took his face
off. I see.
His face.
I see. Sorry. I thought you meant the Sci-Fi Channel. Like, I get it. Why?
It's a Nicolas Cage movie. That's literally a thing that he does in the movie.
Oh right, I forgot that.
Nicolas Cage and John Travolta acting like the other one because they get surgical face swaps because they're spies hunting each other.
That's right. God, I haven't watched. I think I've seen that movie.
I don't know
once.
if you've ever seen that.
I think I've seen it once.
You might have seen Doug Walker review it.
I've definitely seen Doug Walker review it, but I also think they've played that on TV, right? Yeah, I've seen the TV edit. So take that for what it's worth. Is he in Punisher? Who's he in Punisher?
Was he? Which one?
Yeah, tell me which Punisher is he in and who is he in Punisher? He was a bad guy in one of the Punisher movies.
I forgot that.
I'm not sure I ever knew that. I can't believe I forgot he was in Grease. I have actually watched that movie like multiple times. So shameful. Punisher ties John Travolta to a car, leaving him to explode to... Wait, okay. Punisher ties John Travolta to a car, leaving him into an explosion of his logo at the end of the movie. That's fucking awesome.
You know, I vaguely recall.
Wait, Dolph is in? Like Dolph Ziggler?
No, Dolph Lundgren, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. I was like...
If they're talking about...
Dolph was the first Punisher. Oh, okay. No, that definitely wouldn't be Ziggler then.
That'd be Dolph Lundgren.
I don't know who Dolph Lundgren is.
The first Punisher.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
She doesn't trust me on many things, chat.
No, it's just that I don't know, like... Okay, it's not that. I absolutely trust you. It's just that, like, I don't have context. You're saying a name, and then I'm like, who is that? And then you just repeat the name at me, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't actually tell me who he is.
I mean, I think it certainly tells you something.
It doesn't actually. It tells me his name, which I've already established and gone, who is that? And then your follow-up is, I'm going to tell you his name again.
You sound distraught.
Do I?
I was trying to go with the entire, like, fucking with your head gimmick of this bit, but
never mind. I'm sorry, I am a little distraught. No, not actually. You can't honestly say you can honestly say it's been decades since you've seen Grease. I haven't watched Grease since I was in, like, high school, I'll admit. But I do remember watching it a decent amount back in that time period. What, it being a lovely high school romance story. Do you guys know, so fun fact about the guy that wrote Grease. His son really likes to print out life-size or larger versions of anime girls and YouTubers and VTubers and just decorate his...
Life-size is one way to put it.
I said life-size or larger.
Also smaller.
You know, actually, you're right. He does do some smaller versions, doesn't he?
He does paper the walls with them.
Yeah, okay, so the man has an obsession with printing images of his favorite characters and waifus and just YouTubers and VTubers and all this and decorates his house with them. And it is bonkers.
It is a level of autism that one can only aspire to.
It's genuinely true. Like, I'm astounded by this man's, like, just level of commitment to his hobby. It is genuinely aspirational. But turns out his dad was the guy who wrote the original Grease musical, which then I'm sure he's written a lot of other musicals too. But, like, I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. I don't know if I've ever seen the musical version. Like the play, like the stage version, the stage musical for Grease. I've seen Wicked on stage, which was fucking sick. I guess I should say on Broadway. A man needs a hobby. I mean, Gordon, you're absolutely right. A man does need a hobby. And this man has oodles of cash to spend on the, who God knows how much, like, printer ink he's having to buy. Like, holy moly. Cause he is, like, inkjet printering these bitches. He must have stock in, like, whatever the company that makes those inkjet, like, inks. Is my hope. The musical, you mean? I would love to see the stage performance. I think that'd be really cool. You saw Grease in the West End years ago? Oh, that's awesome. I have seen Rocky Horror. I have gone to a Rocky Horror performance before. That was pretty cool. No, I don't... Do they do full stage performances of Rocky Horror?
Yes.
Or is it... Oh, okay, they do. I've only ever done...
Those are shadow casts.
Okay, I was gonna say, I've only ever done the... Is the shadow cast what we did? Okay, yeah, I've only ever done a shadow cast performance of Rocky Horror. So the film was being played and there was performances in...
That is like most.
Okay, but I've never, I think it'd be really cool to see a full stage performance of Rocky Horror. That would, because I imagine that would just be very...
It was done a few decades ago.
Oh, really? Okay, I bet that was so cool.
I bet it was a hoot.
I bet it was too. Because yeah, the only, like the only stage performances I've really been to are, that have been like Broadway scale or like at fancier places would be Wicked, which I saw in Chicago. Like at one of the major Broadway theaters in Chicago. I don't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head because it's been years, but like it was really cool. And then we went and saw the Green Day American Idiot performance here in SF, which was actually really good. I like Green Day, so and I just thought the performance was really fun. So that was really cool.
Bold stance.
Well, I liked the performance.
I know, I'm just making fun of you.
Okay. I don't handle that well. Oh, you brought her and she didn't know what to expect? Oh boy. See, I at least was given some forewarning as to what to expect going into Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror's 50 this year?
Yeah.
I believe it. Wow. Wow. She was very confused. I imagine she would be very confused seeing you in basque stockings in the lab coat. Absolutely. Well, you know, surprise! Did she have a fun time at least? Hopefully she did. I'm doing a little dry brush, very, very light on this wood grain, and then I'm gonna wash it one more time to bring it back out a little bit just because of my little fudge up earlier. My little fudge up. And the light brown I'm using is just, I took a little bit of white and mixed it with the contrast color. tends to give you a really, really pale pastel-y version of whatever color you're working with. So if you're gonna do that, just keep that in mind. Okay, got that down. I'm gonna grab Agrass, Earthshade. Agrass. There we go. She was less confused once she saw that the rest of the audience was also dressed like you. You know, that does make sense. It's like, oh, okay, it's part of the bit. I get it. I understand what's happening now. All right, let's do a little wash over our wood to really bring that grain out now. Heck yeah. Beautiful. And then once that's dry, we'll put a quick black wash over the metallics. Easy peasy. There we go. Ooh. What I think I'm gonna try is putting Nolan oil in his beard. I've never seen Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, I imagine it probably was Robert. Like, putting yourself out there like that, like, could definitely be nerve-wracking, and I totally get it. But hey, you went through with it, and it's awesome. And you had fun. It's Rocky Horror. How often do you realistically get to do that? Probably not that often. Unless you're just a die-hard Rocky Horror person, I suppose. And then you might make the effort to really search out your local shows, but I imagine it's mostly a Halloween.
Most places, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because that's when we saw it, was during the Halloween season. He looks so good. All right, I'm gonna set him aside. Let those washes dry. Let's start working on your face. And I actually might go ahead and do this on a couple other people who also really only have mostly their faces showing. Because you're fully clothed. Except for your face, basically. Are your hands exposed? Yeah, your hands are exposed. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, I imagine, yeah, like, because Halloween is very, like, an American holiday. I don't really think it's, I mean, while there's other countries that I do think do things for it, it's not the same. Halloween here is fantastic, in my opinion. I'm actually very much looking forward to this year. I have a couple of things planned, stream-wise. I have a couple of things, like, hopefully planned, like, coming up for, like, filmed content, and then just like probably hang out with people. It'll be great. That does sound pretty brave. Also, killer outfit, Luke. I would have loved to see it. Ooh, Keldon, that sounds fun. Are you doing, is your D&D session during that week-long D&D session going to be like a spooky themed one because it's around the season, or is it going to be just a pretty standard D&D experience? And if you can't answer that because it would spoil it, because there's the potential if somebody that's in the campaign is in this chat right now, then feel free not to answer. Oh no, is your leg still busted? I'm so sorry to hear that, Craig. How, like, if you don't mind me asking, how much longer do you have anticipated to be on that? Like, hopefully it's the recovery's going well. Okay, let's go with... Just standard D&D, but likely unraveling a whole new world. Nice, that's awesome. Seven months so far. Hope it's to get the cage off at the end of October. I hope you get it off as well. Gosh, I've never broken a limb before, so like, I've never had a cast for that long. That must be rough. I'm so sorry, man. You got to host trick or treat for families in Tokyo? Jay, that sounds awesome. Dude, that sounds amazing. How fun. Be a little heads down for just a minute, chat, while I work on painting her face. That's looking good. This is one of the cleanest faces I think I've ever painted. Nice. Okay, let's get a little bit of a highlight going. Oops, sorry, I didn't realize my camera had gone. You've broken 4 bones? Oh my gosh. You never broke anything until you started riding motorbikes and then other drivers happened? Oh no. I'm so sorry. Okay. A fractured skull does sound pretty scary. Okay, I like what we've got happening. I think we're gonna do a very soft, like Reichland Flesh Shade wash. Oh, I know I definitely haven't had a charmed life when it comes to some of the stuff you guys have been through, like crazy. Okay. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I do my best to raise your heart rates. Ooh.
Are
Just
you
like that.
Okay.
Yep. I couldn't have timed that better if I had planned for it. That was me trying to be suave and then being completely the opposite of it. It's the story of my life. Okay. I need to dot her eyes. Definitely not with that one though. That one will probably work. It would have been very bad. Okay, that's pretty good. You know what? We're gonna give her some nice. Honestly, I think I just want to give her some nice black.
Reset the camera.
All right, there I am back, and you guys should be able to hear me again. Am I back live for you guys? I appear. What color am I? Okay, you can. Okay, good. You can hear me. Sorry, I think that my computer got unplugged from its power cable, and it started to. Okay, good. It started to. Okay, good. I was worried I had lost the stream. I think what happened is at some point, I think I accidentally knocked my power cable off of my Mac, and I think it had powered down. I should have been only upside down for a brief moment. I should be back to normal. So hopefully it should be fine now. Let me know. But sorry about that. So sorry about that, everybody. Did not mean to, okay, good, we're normal now. Perfect. So the cloak, I think I'm gonna actually make green. I was thinking about either purple or green, but I think I'm just gonna go green. Like kind of a soft green. I like the idea, like, since these guys are very, very, very loosely based off of the Seven Dwarves, from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I'm very kind of loosely basing their color schemes off of the dwarves themselves, and they're a lot of like, they're a lot of muted, bold color tones, or like I guess primary color tones. I'm just worried the dark purple doesn't go with any of the other warm colors I've done, so which is why I was thinking green. I'm gonna do more purples and such on our casters. Like the blues and purples are probably gonna go on the casters. Okay, let's do her hair before we do anything else. That was what I was going to do before I got wildly distracted by the fact that my computer just shut down. There we go. Good night, Keldon. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Very much appreciate having you in chat. Have a great rest of your evening. A tiny bit of cleanup on her face with my original color because I don't know what I did, but my black paint smeared a little. And I don't like it. Where is that flushed? Hello? Paint
Hi.
that I used? Okay,
What?
there we go. I couldn't find the paint I was looking for. I will in just a moment. But I gotta fix this first. There we go, that's better. Thank you for subscribing, George Rico Borrero. What do you guys think of my dwarf? I think she turned out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with her face. No, I totally got paint on her top though. It's okay, I can fix that. I actually did a highlight before we started with this opaque yellow, and that will be easy to blot out using the same color. There. So much better. So much better. What could be better is my focus. There we go. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Ooh, that was a good crack. All right, before I go on my break, because I know it's 3 o'clock and I need to, but I will do that in a second. I want to first get a layer of the green that I want to use on our cloak down. There we go. This is looking good. I'm enjoying the color. We're gonna play around with it a little bit more, make it a little darker, a little less olive green. We're making some good progress. Gonna do the underside of the cloak a little bit. I keep like nervously looking at my frames and whether or not it says streaming still and like all that, just to be like, am I still actually live? I'm so nervous now. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We need to do a little bit more work on the backside, and then it's mostly just around her face that we need to take care of.
And there.
Oh my. What do I think of Agnes and Wednesday? I actually love Agnes.
Who's Agnes? Oh, the redhead.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean, who's Agnes?
I couldn't remember the name. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Agnes is the redheaded invisible girl, and I loved her. I don't know like what's happening to her in this final episode, but up to episode 7, standout character. Absolutely adore her. Ship her so hard with Enid. I mean, really, I just want them to have a lovely threesome, but like...
She's underage, Angela.
I understand. You're right. Sorry. When they're adults, they can all be friends together. But she's really cute. I actually love the character. I think the... adding in a character who is obsessed with Wednesday and really wants to be her friend in a way that is different from how Enid wants to be Wednesday's friend, I think is actually a genuinely lovely juxtaposition of the two, like one of the many ways, there's not just two, one of the many ways that like women end up becoming friends with each other. And I think they're representing that really well with both Wednesday's relationship with Enid as well as Wednesday's relationship with Agnes. So I think that's really, really nice. If I'm being like a little bit more serious about it and not just being a fangirl shipper. Because she can control her invisibility, and when she's not invisible, she's got red hair. No, but Agnes is great. Like, I really liked her character. I really like her attitude. Girl can't get a break. And I'm genuinely really kind of hoping that, like, if we get a 3rd season and if it doesn't take for freaking ever, like this last one did, that we get more budding relationships between, like friendship relationships between Agnes, Wednesday, and Enid, now that Enid's sort of come around to her. Which is great. I love that. Oh my God, she has huge eyes. She has the honestly, the actress who is portraying Agnes is genuinely adorable. And I have extremely high hopes for her. I think she's done a great job in this role. I don't know, I'm assuming this might be her like breakout role, just because I don't know if I've seen her in anything else previously, but I'm also not very good with like remembering names and actresses or actors for that matter. So I don't know if this is her like first major role, but she's definitely killing it. And I can't wait to see her do other things. I want to see her do other things that aren't just other horror-related psychopath characters. I'm hoping she doesn't get typecast from this. Like, that's my one concern with her, is that she's gonna get real typecast because of the way that she's portraying Agnes, which could be beneficial to her career, but it also could be like really problematic for her on a personal level, unless she's really, really into the horror stuff, which she is, and she loves it, then by all means, continue to go that route. But I hope that if that isn't something that she wants, that she isn't typecast into this sort of like quirky sociopathic role while also being adorable. No, but they cast, like, I think they cast a lot of the people really well in the series. I mean, Catherine Zeta-Jones is Morticia is great. Really nice that this season, I feel like the family as a whole had a little bit of a stronger presence, just because, you know, they were literally all on campus basically the entire time. Which I suppose is like maybe a little bit silly and unrealistic, but at the same time, whatever, it's the Addams family. Oops, just smeared green all over her leathers. Let's see if we can get that up. Thankfully we did. There we go. I agree. I was a little nervous about like when I saw that she was, not that Catherine Zeta-Jones is like a bad actress in any capacity, but I was like, I don't know if she's gonna, like, how is she gonna portray Morticia? Well, she did it great. Also, can we just appreciate the fencing scene between her and Wednesday? That was fantastic. I loved that. I hope they sell those hearts as pins so that I can wear one. Is Joanne Lumley is that Agnes's actress? Oh, Wednesday's grandmother. Got it. Yeah, no, she's killing it too. Honestly, also Lady Gaga and Rose. Oh gosh, what's her name?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish, thank you. No, not Billie Eilish, that is not correct.
Billie Piper.
Billie Piper. I was like, Billie Eilish is a totally different singer.
Yeah, sorry, Billie Piper. Pop star got in my head.
Yeah, no, totally. Billie Piper, who is playing the music teacher, who I honestly thought was Lady Gaga at first with like some makeup on, because I'd never seen Lady Gaga really with like that short redhead like cut look. So I was like, is that her? No, totally different pop star. One that I also still love though, because if you're not familiar with Billie Piper, she is Rose from Doctor Who during both the 9th and 10th Doctors. And she is fucking great. Evie Templeton is Agnes. Oh my God, I didn't know her name was Evie. That's fantastic. I love that. She's the voice actor for Laura in Silent Hill 2. Oh, okay. Like in the remake? Luke, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was lovely to have you here, and we'll see you next time. Okay, I think what I need to do is I need to grab my dark green wash. Although, are you dry fully? No, you're not. Okay, I'll set you aside. Bring out our boy. Oh, I love what your beard is done. Okay, let's go ahead and get him with a little bit of Magos Purple. So we're gonna do his flesh tone now. Oh, I do actually need to do a little bit of cleanup because his hands got some paint on them. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, and then I'll take a break after this. I know I said that earlier. Let me just do this. I'm on a roll. I don't want to be interrupted. Get these fingers. Oh, that's got way more green in it than I need to. So it's the remake. Or the remaster, I guess. Silent Hill 2 came out originally in like 1990 something, I believe. It'd be cool if they did, but I don't know if all of them would translate super well. If they did like full remakes. I think they could do remasters. Apparently never washed that metallic on his barrel. So I'm just doing that real quick first. There we go. Okay. Make sure to close that. You know, the Resident Evil remasters are pretty darn good. I'm just worried that, like, I don't know. I just don't know if I trust them to do a full remaster as opposed to, or like a full remake for Silent Hill. Okay, we're gonna be kind of controlled with this purple paint as we put it on his flesh, especially around his face, because I don't want to get it too much onto his beard. Does it, Nico? What do you mean paint, like, with a handle? Do you normally hold yours up more like this, like to your face? Is that what you mean? I'm kind of curious now. All right. Making his nose a bit more purple because I do want him to have kind of like a little bit of a red nose, being an alcoholic. I don't know, he's next to a keg. I imagine he drinks a lot and therefore might have that like rosacea or whatever that happens on your nose from when you drink a lot. So we're gonna do that, but I'm going to take a, they're very nice. I actually really like these handles. These are Redgrass Gaming handles. They have these little caps that you can put on them and they allow you to spin your model around with just your thumb as opposed to having to rotate the whole handle, which is pretty nice. And I've had these things for like 4 years. They last a really long time. I'm no longer sponsored by them. I think like they sent me these like years and years ago, but like that affiliation isn't really on there. So hashtag not sponsored, but I do recommend them. They're very nice. Yeah, exactly. A healthy rosy glow, exactly. So we're gonna work on that when we come back. I'm really happy with how she turned out. Here, let me. I have a little bit more I wanna do on her cloak. Oh, I just realized I completely didn't paint that part of the cloak. Well, damn it. Well, I'll do that when I come back up too. We're gonna put a wash on the cloak, but she's almost finished and he's almost finished, which means we can start moving on to some of the other dwarves, woohoo! I've spent way too much time specifically on Doc here, but I really like how he's turning out. That purple skin actually kind of looks neat on him. But yeah, we'll do a little bit more work on these two when I come back. Be back in about, let's see, it is 3:24 right now, so I'll be back at 3:34. Give me like 10 minutes. All right, see you guys in just a moment. Chat. Hello. I have returned. All right. Why does that one cheek of hers still look weird to me? Okay, I think I fixed it. It was like way brighter than I wanted it to be, chat. All right, there we go. Thank you, thank you. All right, now that words are hard sometimes. While I have this lady dwarf that I've mostly painted in my hand, let me go ahead and pull some of this green back out that I used on her cloak because I completely forgot to paint this side of her cloak. Whoops, daisy. That was silly of me, but it is a easy enough fix. Okay, there we go, and a little bit more up this way. Probably need a bit more paint on the brush. If you were transported to the world of D&D, Final Fantasy, WoW, or all of the fantasy games you had to, where you had to make your perfect character of yourself, what would I choose? Race, class, multi-class, prestige, anything, etc. That's an excellent question. I mean, I guess of any of those, I'd probably go to the D&D world because I could still live a relatively like what I, as the current existing human being, would consider a normal life. Whereas if I was in World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy or something like that, like, I don't want to be in those worlds. It's kind of whenever somebody asks me whether or not I'd want to live in the Warhammer universe, no. 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 No, I would not want to live in the Warhammer universe. D&D, I think, would be probably okay. I mean, like, there's a lot of shit that happens, but I feel like there's also a lot of small towns where nothing happens. So, like, I could just be in one of those towns. That could be cool. If I was in D&D and I could make myself the perfect character in regards to like if I could make my ideal, like what kind of character would I want to be if I was suddenly transported to the D&D world but still had like my knowledge that I was in a fantasy, like if I was a Sekite and was able to then like build my character as if I was playing the game. Or maybe I had a character that I was a Sekite with. I'd probably, I mean, in the D&D world, I think I would go probably cleric, for sure. The D&D gods are known to exist, which means that like, I could do stuff with their magic, and that's kind of interesting to me on just a like philosophical level. So I think I'd probably do that. I also would not mind being like a druid and just like fucking off and talking to animals and like not dealing with people anymore. Like I'd be a hobbit druid, or not a hobbit, a hermit druid is what I meant to say. But like, yeah, so if I was like a sec guide into D&D and I was able to choose my class and I wasn't like I think I'd end up either going cleric or maybe druid if I was feeling antisocial. If I was feeling social, I'd go cleric. If I was feeling antisocial, I'd go druid. And then I would definitely be like a death cleric. I would definitely want to be able to raise the dead. I would be a necromancer. And turn into a lich down the line. Not actually, but like, that's what I would do. Like, I'd probably like I would want to be a sec guide as probably one of my 2 cleric characters from my Strahd campaigns that I never finished either of the 2 of. But like, they're both roughly the same character. I just kind of tweaked one versus the other based off of the DM that was running each of those games because they were 2 different DMs. And I would probably want to be a sec guy there. Although I am currently playing a really badass, very fun, punchy paladin that's an orc. So I would also go in as that. I would also be I would be a sec guide as Abigail Stone. That's what I named her. I need a green wash. And at first I was going to use BL Tan, but I remembered that I have Argonian Camo Shade, which is more of a like army green wash. And I actually think because I went with this olive green color with Death Guard green, this might work better. You want to live in the Futurama world? That's fair. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just like all of you. Aw. Okay, look, that's actually looking great. We got a little bit of pooling happening there. Let's pull that back. Let's move this around onto the hood. Yep, I like what's happening there. All right, let's not forget this side, of course. All right, we're gonna probably do a second wash and then do some highlights there. Nice. I don't multi-class much actually, so I'm not really like, I mean, I know that I can do it, but I don't really do it with my D&D characters very often, so I just don't think about it whenever that, like, even though you, I think even mentioned it in your first, like, question, like in your first asking of the question, but I don't multi-class, so I never really think about it. But yeah, multi-classing as maybe a druid cleric would be kind of cool. It would be fun. 9th level cleric, 10th level ranger, 1 level of sorcerer, huh? What do you take the sorcerer for specifically? Is it, do you want, oh no, that's warlock, right? Warlock gets the Eldritch Blast. What do sorcerers get that you would want that would only be at the 1st level? Is it like certain, like, just cantrips that you're after? Like, I could definitely can see them going together. I'm just kind of curious, especially since you're a cleric of Pelor. Isn't Pelor like he's the guy of light, right? Or am I misremembering that? Okay, let's get our bud back on here and we will go with a little bit of a peachier color tone this time. Or a paler peachy. All right. maybe a little bit more water on the brush, Angela. Max level 20, right? So you go sorcerer last level, so you just get a little flare of cantrips. So okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. It also makes sense to take that last, like just to give yourself like, oh, I can do a few more tricks here or there now. But you've already got your like peak, your main stuff that you want. I can respect it. I had not heard that. I don't, oh man, I'm not really excited by that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually thrilled to hear that or not. Like, I have no problem with them making a Castlevania film. I just don't know if I want Johnny Depp playing Dracula. Not that he doesn't, like, have the look for it, I guess. I don't know, I'm just so over him. I also feel like he's been playing the same characters basically since, I mean, really, for certain Jack Sparrow, but I mean, even before that, I feel like a little bit. All right, let's get some paint on his hands. No, actually, I never watched Dark Shadows. I was very over Johnny Depp by the time that came out, so when I saw that he was in it, I was like, guess I'm not watching that. Like, it got to that point. Like, to the point where I was like, oh, is Johnny Depp in the film? I don't know if I want to watch that. Really wouldn't benefit more if you go one level into Cleric or Ranger, so yeah. Pelor Domain is the Sun and Healing. Okay, that's what I thought. Ranger for 3, favored enemies, monster, humanoid, magic beast, outsider, evil. Ah, I see, okay. Have you watched the Overlord series, Mark? I think you might like it. I mean, maybe not. It's a little bit more like, I mean, the dude who gets isekai'd is literally a necromancer, but actually he's literally a lich. But it's very D&D coded. And it's an isekai with basically like, dude gets isekai'd into this fantasy world that's based off of the game world that he was playing in, but is not actually that game world. It's a very, like, I really like it. And if you already know what Overlord is, I'm sorry, I just explained it to you. But see, Depp and the Mad Hatter as with Alice in Wonderland was just him doing another variation of Captain Jack Sparrow. Like, God, it's just like, sorry, I have such, like, I don't like Johnny Depp as an actor or really a human being in certain instances. Like, I just don't like him. I used to, and that's the sad thing, is I used to really like him. One of my favorites actually with him is I like him in Sleepy Hollow, but I also really liked him in what was that like 2000s horror film where he was, I think this came out just before he took on the role for Pirates of the Caribbean, but he was like an author and he went to go like, I mean, this is very stereotypical for a horror film involving an author, but he like went to go like live in a cabin somewhere and shit gets like fuck up. And I don't remember exactly, but I remember liking that film. I think my problem is I feel like for a while, like every eccentric role ended up getting just given to Johnny Depp. And I'm like, he's not like, just typecast. Let the man do something else, please. Also, I don't need to see him in every goddamn Tim Burton film. Honestly, I'm surprised he, oh my God, please tell me he doesn't show up in the last episode of Wednesday. Secret Window, thank you, Jay. Yes, Secret Window, that is exactly the one. Yeah, I really liked him in that. That makes sense, Mark. I get the and understand completely the idea of being like The Witcher. And I definitely feel like with that combo of roles, I feel like you can absolutely achieve that. So honestly, clever, I like it. I might steal it for a future character. Because I actually really do like the idea. And I've never multi-classed before, but I'm familiar with both Rangers and Clerics. Because I've played both separately. So I feel like combining them, I'd be like, okay, well, I understand how I could combine these all together. So that sounds really fun, actually. I really like it. Nice, the Death Knights, sick. I haven't played too much of WoW, but I definitely went and played at when you could be a Death Knight, and that was fun. Oh yeah, he was in Crybaby. I haven't watched that in like ages. I don't know if I actually remember him in that very well. Like I know he's in it because he's a star in Crybaby, isn't he? Was that one of his breakout roles? I actually don't remember. Dude's been acting forever, I feel like. And I remember he was young in Crybaby. One might call him even a wee lad. pulling out a little bit of snake bite leather for the band around his hair. There we go. And now for a lovely dark oath. Wash, where are you? Let's kill him in dark oath flesh, yes. Yes. Your troll character you've always wanted to try is gonna be a barbarian, a gnome barbarian? Nice, love it. That sounds fun. I liked him in Sleepy Hollow. But I also just thought the like vibe of Sleepy Hollow was really cool. I was also a young girl when that movie was new, and my heart went, ooh, oh my God, I love everything about this goth aesthetic. All right, that's looking good. Let's get the top of his head. Excellent. Cool. Okay, we're gonna let that dry and then we're gonna do a highlight. He's so handsome. All right, how are you looking, my dear? Her face reads pretty well, right? Oh yeah. Okay, so I think the last thing that we need to do now, oh, your wash is still not dry. Well, I did go pretty heavy. Let's see if we can move some of that around. Is that not dry yet either? Okay, yeah, we just need to do a little bit more work on that wash, which is fine. I say secretly raging on the inside. No, I'm kidding. It is genuinely fine. Did I watch the series Sleepy Hollow? Was it a live action or was it an animated? You really don't need to explain the broken bones if you don't. Oh, okay. Well, you already wrote it. Never mind. I'm gonna just not read it though, okay? I don't really want to know how you broke your bones. If chat, the rest of chat is interested, they can absolutely read it. But I'm not gonna lie, like, breaking bones is a little, like, it wigs me out a little bit. So I'm just gonna let that slide by. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of this green out again. And unlike what I did previously, where I only did one layer of this fresh color, I'm actually gonna do 2 layers this time because I think it'll end up working out for me better on the model. The live action? I don't think I have. It definitely sounds like something I would have enjoyed. But no, I don't actually think I remember a live action Sleepy Hollow. The only thing I can keep thinking, like honestly, you said that and you wanna know what series actually came to my mind, and I don't think this is the correct one. Do you guys remember the series Grimm? I loved Grimm. I love that series. I think the guy who directed it also like worked on like either Buffy or like Angel or something, or ended up going and working on something else that I liked. I don't remember exactly, but definitely, there was definitely something there. Oh no, Havman, it's fine. It's genuinely fine. It just makes me a little squeamish, and so I didn't fully read. I sort of glanced at it. I saw that you like fell and you like got something with a door, but like I couldn't read it all because it just, I have a hard enough time watching videos about like people getting injured and stuff. Like reading about it is about as bad. Like genuinely don't be worried. I don't know if I remember Lucifer. I mean, I know who Lucifer is like on a character sense, but I don't remember a series specifically called Lucifer. But yeah, Grimm was great. I loved Grimm. I don't know if I ever finished it actually, because it was something I was definitely watching, I think back when I was in college, because I'm old. It's on now? Oh, okay. So what is it about? Like, is it just about, tell me what it's about. I'm not gonna make assumptions. I feel like there's a lot that it could be about with it being called Lucifer. So just tell me. What's the premise? Oh my God. Guys, I just realized the fucking irony that it is that Billie Piper is playing a werewolf in Wednesday. Because do you know what her previous like really big role in a TV series was? She was Rose in Doctor Who. And guess what one of the major villains of Doctor Who was? Bad Wolf. Legitimately, I was just, as I was painting this green, I was sitting there going, oh my God, I wonder if they did that on purpose. I don't know, but I choose to believe it. Lucifer gives up hell and comes to Earth and falls for a detective. I'm sold. Is this a bromance story or is it a hetero story? Like, is it a normal romance story or does he fall for like a male detective? Because if it's a male detective and we're going supernatural with this shit, I am even more in. God, could you imagine if the director of Wednesday just embraced the shipping like they did in Supernatural? It would have just been so much better. Hetero? Ah. Damn it. Okay, describe the woman that he falls for. And is it me? Sorry, I'm just dumb. I'm just being dumb. But I do actually want to know, like, what is the dynamic? She was in Penny Dreadful? I didn't realize. I need a dock and I need to dock. Where's my black? There it is. Oh, okay, all right. I mean, he is Lucifer, he better be. You're telling me Satan isn't bi? Please. Please. At minimum, he's bi. Realistically, he should, like, you know, if he's supposed to be as evil and sinister and fallen as I feel like everybody claims he's supposed to be, he should be way more than bi. He should be into all sorts of kinky things. He should be embracing Slanesh. Let's just put it that way. Oh, well, thank you, Neo. Appreciate it. To make these shadows on this hood look better. I don't know. They aren't appearing the way that I'd want them to, so we're gonna do some web blending. Hello, Tyler. How are you doing today? You had to call a plumber? Oh no! I hope it got fixed quickly enough for you. Dude, I was so stressed because last night I went out, I was getting some groceries. It was after the stream, actually. And when I came back, I accidentally had driven over top a piece of like tire that had gotten shredded and left on the highway. And I didn't notice it until it was basically on top of it because of the sort of congestion that we were having. But we were still decently like sped up. And then I started noticing, like hearing a sort of weird sound coming from the underside of my car. I was like, oh fuck, what did I do? Turns out that piece of tire appeared to have ripped the cosmetic covering that is just there to shield your like oil filter from like dirt and like water on the ground. So mine got ripped off and it was dragging and making the most horrendous noise under my car. Thankfully, I was able to take it in today and like this morning to my local monkey wrenches, and they did a great job. And they didn't charge me for it. It was lovely. So I scheduled an oil change. I knew I was gonna be due for one soon, so I was like, well, you saved me some money on this and you fixed that for free, so thank you, good gosh. And I will now schedule my oil change with you, please and thank you. Let's set that up. I've never had that happen before. It was super, yeah, it was basically the splash guard. I felt really bad too because I totally called the wrong place first and confirmed with a woman that they had available spots that morning. Turned out I didn't actually call the place I had planned on driving my car to. Because the dude was like, I don't know who you talked to, I'm the only one here this morning. And I was like, oh fuck. Well, do you have any spaces available? And he's like, well, what's wrong with your car? And I explained the issue. And he was like, oh, I think that'll be a pretty easy fix. Can you leave your car here? And I was like, absolutely. And then he did, all the other stuff happened, and now my car is fixed. It doesn't make horrible noises anymore. Which is good, because it was distressing. I'm also really glad I was able to get it fixed as quickly as I was, honestly, because I had literally just made plans with people to go do stuff an hour before the damage happened. And I was like, no. But it's okay. Got it all fixed. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm sure I probably could change the oil myself. I'd rather have a pro do it because I don't know what I'm doing exactly. Like, I've watched videos on it before, but get like any shadow on this side. A bit more highlight. That's better. There. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna do a quick, like, actual dry brush over top of it. So glad that the clog was fixed for you, Tyler. Nice. Well, that's fun. Ends up being a social call and a helping somebody out. Nice. Or I guess them helping you out. I'm just fucking around at this point. Going way overboard. Get a little bit more green. Now. They are dwarves. A proud people. You have a 5-minute oil change that just opened. You can go there now. No, it really is like exactly. Those kinds of places do have really good deals. And for me personally, I just feel more comfortable. Like even if I looked up how to do an oil change to reassure myself that like I'm doing everything correctly, I don't know. I feel like I would still just prefer having somebody who that was their job. Doing it would make me just feel better. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Here, I'm gonna bring her up closer, actually. I'm happy. Just looking at it from a distance. I think it'll work. All right, he's dry. Let's do a smidge of highlighting on him. Thank you. Oops, sorry, I just whacked the microphone a little bit. I apologize if that was loud in your ears. Okay, mostly I want to highlight the hand a little bit. this will be better because I actually went too pale. That's better. When in doubt, mix your base color with your shade. All right, let's get a little bit on these fingers here. Work a little bit on the top of his head. I try to be. There are much better painters out there though, including I bet some of you in the audience. But it's not a competition, we're here to hang out. And have fun. And get our projects tackled. All right, now we need a bit of pink. And by a bit of pink, I mean we need some red. Now, do I want to do this with a wash? No, I think I need to glaze it on in the same way that I've been doing. So, those are all gonna be way too red. Yeah, those are all gonna be too red too. Ooh, he fell. That's fine. No, I don't think that's gonna work. I need like a blush color. Surely I have like a blush color somewhere. Maybe in this massive collection of Duncan Rhodes paints. Pinky blush. Those are oxides. Not in maybe in this one. Ooh, hold on. It's hot pink. Scarab red. Emperor's red. Demon red. Apocalypse sky. I think maybe demon red? Hellspawn red. Try it. Oh yes, I appreciate the thumbs up. Ooh, and plenty of paint for me. We're gonna thin this down quite a bit. And mix it into our flesh tone. Because the idea here is got a little bit of that red nose going. Because he likes to drink. And then we're gonna sort of dab away the bulk of what we put on there. So we can kind of build up the color slowly.
How's it going?
Good. Look at Doc. I gave him a little bit of a red nose.
Nice.
Probably like my best flesh tone I think I've ever done.
Honestly, like, damn, girl.
Yeah, you have to use this one at some other point. He is like my favorite dwarf I've ever painted.
Yeah.
Like check out the full sculpt. Like this is a cool sculpt, first of all, but I really like how I painted.
That beard looks great.
Oh, really easy actually to get this lovely gray tone.
Yeah.
Apothecary white, let that dry fully, no oil wash.
Yeah.
It gives that little bit of blue undertone because of the apothecary white, but it knocks it into a more like genuine, natural gray.
Can I see the rogue?
Yes, absolutely. I'm really happy with how she turned out.
Well, that's way better painted than I would have done on them, so wow. Seriously, that Bugman is nice.
Right? He's so good. No, I'm very happy. Like, I'm actually pretty happy with both of them. But yeah, no, he's so, well, this was a good sculpt too. Like, he had really nice defined features. Like, she's a little messier because she's not quite as...
But like the framing of his bald head works.
Oh my god, I know. I was really like, okay, I don't know if I've actually shown chat yet the finished, like, what I just did on the nose. But check him out.
Okay, maybe you need to do a dwarf tutorial.
Honestly, it may not be a bad idea. I've also been really enjoying painting these guys. Like, he looks so good. I'm so happy.
He really does.
I'm so happy with him.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, I think because we are so close to our normal end time anyways, and I know that Chaos Cultist and I are gonna go and get dinner right after this, I don't think I'm gonna bother starting another character.
I think that's fine. Tomorrow's stream, I wanted to interrupt you.
Yes, please.
Obviously, I know you want to work on these more. However, we should get that shelf built.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Which would you prefer?
Let's build the shelf.
Okay.
So tomorrow, guys.
It's going to be a Lego build display day.
It's going to be a Lego build display day in that we're not building Lego, but we're building a display for our Lego. And we're going to be downstairs in the dueling room. Which is actually where we've been playing D&D, so maybe we can also show off like that space a little bit with the... That's absolutely fair, but we can do that and then like that could be part of the stream a little bit tomorrow too. So I like that idea. I think that'd be really fun, and we haven't showcased like a build or that kind of activity in a while. I will be continuing to work on these guys off camera for sure. I'm really, like, Bugman looks so good. I know that's not his official name, but he looks really, really sweet. Like, I'm very happy. I think the only thing I actually have left to do is I need to paint the beer, because I haven't actually done that yet. But beyond that, he looks amazing. The flesh tone, probably by far one of my like best flesh tones I've ever done. And I'm very pleased with that. I might pop him into a little competition at some points once I finish his base and everything and just be like, here's my little fantasy miniature and see what he wins. Nothing probably, because he's very simple and small, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Maybe, we'll see. Anyway, I really enjoyed today getting to hang out with everybody. It was lovely. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. As a reminder to all of my YouTube members, you guys now have access to the Hobby Night Discord. So if you happen to not get access to that for whatever reason, please reach out to me through my socials to let me know and be like, hey, I'm a member and I don't have access. In case that, but it should be working. We set up a Discord bot to let all members who are YouTube members join the Discord. So that should be available to you guys now. Another little incentive to help support the channel if you want to join the private Hobby Night Discord and get to chat with me about your miniatures, the things that you're doing, the games that you're playing, the music you're listening to, the food that you're eating, the pets that you have, all of those things. It's a real lot of fun. I really enjoy the Discord. I love seeing what you guys share on there. So that's my little plug for stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we'll be doing the shelf build as well as showing off our D&D space and like what we've been doing, like where we've been playing and everything. So that'll be really fun. No worries. Oh, I'm so sorry you got here from lack of sleep, but you know what? It's okay, Neo. You can always watch the remainder of the stream back. It'll be up there as a VOD, which is the same case for anybody. And if you are watching this as a VOD and you make it to the very end, oh my gosh, thank you very much. You're the best. Hi. I guess technically goodbye. But it's lovely for you to be here at the very, very end of this episode. All right, guys. Thank you very, very much to all of you in chat who are hanging out with me. You guys rock. I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see y'all next time. Have a lovely hobby night, everybody. Bye.